Hello guys! Hello, good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. Let me mute the music, it's very distracting. Hope you guys are doing well. Hello. We are back with another stream. Yesterday I played in the Dutch League, so that's why I was away. And I wanted to stream earlier today, but I forced myself to go to the gym. Forced. It was really tough, but I forced myself and I did it. It's been a while since I went to the gym. We're not gonna talk about that. But we went to the gym, then I had to shower, and now the day is over. Now the day is almost over. But yeah, I'm super excited to be back live again. Yesterday I played in the Dutch League. I have been playing pretty decently throughout the season. I haven't lost so far. Knock on wood, right? And there's 2 more rounds to go. But yeah, I can't win. I can't win my games. I can't. I can't. I really can't. And the majority of those games I was completely winning. Actually, almost all of them except the last one and yesterday's one. So the one before that and yesterday's one. Hey Andreas, hello. Hey Sente, hey Techmasher, hey Cheda, good to see you. Hey Abby, you saw the Insta story. Yeah, actually it got healed quite a bit now. It just looked really bad in the moment, but I currently looks like this, so it's like not so bad. You see a little bit here, but it kind of healed by itself. I usually don't have like dry hands or something, so I don't have those issues generally. But here, like it was like heavier than usually. So yeah, I was like, ooh, that's quite a bit. So that was pretty interesting. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You were listening to that music? Yes, surely. Hey, Surface, hello. Hey, Matthew, hello. Hey, David, hello. Thank you so much to Finn for the 41 months. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sente, for the 23 months on tier 2. Thank you so much. And thank you, Lutic, for the 20 months. Isn't it insane how long you guys are subscribed for? Actually insane. Thanks so much for the support. Thank you. It was much worse a few hours ago, like 2 hours ago, I guess, or 3 now, I don't know. It was much worse before, but now it's fine. I think it's been 3 hours. From all the heavy pieces lifted, yes, someone said that too. I think in my DMs. I don't know. I saw the comment make me laugh, and then yeah, that's it. How's it feel to have 1,000 plus subs? Crazy. Still very unbelievable. If someone is in chat without a sub, that's like a miracle. So, yeah. Yeah, actually insane. Actually insane. Wait, we dropped from 1,000! Oh, it's still a lot though. It's still a whole lot. Rowing? No, it was this pull down, and it was a different bar. Like, you have those bars that are like, have a better grip. This one is like, it's a good grip, but it like hurts the hands, but it's fine. Haha, no, it's still funny, guys. Don't worry. Yeah, sorry. So I had my keyboard here, so that meant that the white pieces had to move. So I kind of switched them. So that's why the white pieces are not in their position. I was like, during the starting soon screen, I was actually trying to figure out the affiliate links for chess books. I made an account in this partner program, but I still have to like look into details how it works, or maybe I have to like wait for them to create a link. I don't really know how it works. So yeah, it's hard to say how things work here. So yeah, I don't know exactly how it works. I did like make a link, but it says that it's not a link that actually exists. So yeah, I have to look into how it works, but it looks interesting. And hopefully I'll be able to like sell some books as I am studying as well. Can see the texture of that bar in your hands. Yeah, I mean, okay, it was pretty difficult. I was really pushing my limit there. I did 26 kilograms, and it was pretty intense. Like 3 reps of 10 each, or 3 sets and then 10 reps. I don't know exactly how it works. Hey Master on YouTube, hey Mikhail, hey Ismail, hello, welcome. So I have a question, chat. Do you guys prefer if like okay, I want to like quickly go through my game and show you guys what happened, but since I have a physical board, would you be open to have the game here, like analyze it here? Does that sound like a good idea? Is that maybe, can you follow that? It would be cool. Okay, then I'm open to do it. I mean, I can try to commentate, and it's not gonna be like a study stream where I'm not saying anything, right? So it will be a bit more interactive. Okay, we can try that. Yeah, I was just thinking like, okay, I want to show my game, but I mean, if you saw the live game, you know what happened in the game and everything. But yeah, this is the first time not the first time. The first time that I play in at the team of Voorschoten that we have a live game. So a lot of the like higher rated teams have DGT boards. They got DGT boards for the club, and Stad van Gent is one of them. Stad van Gent is usually a team that plays in Meesterklasse, which is like the very top division of the Dutch league. But last year they demoted to the first division, and now everyone in the first division, everyone in like our pool has to go, okay, not everyone, most of the teams have to go all the way to Stad van Gent, which is at the very bottom of the country. You have to cross Belgium in order to get there. Belgium. Half of the players, exaggerated of course, but a lot of the players there are from Belgium or some other countries. Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense that we have to cross Belgium. It makes absolutely no sense. It's like the very bottom left part. We have like Zeeland there. It's like not the country. It's a province that is like divided by water, It's like a lot of water there. And it's at the very bottom of that. So you have to go all the way around. And that means you have to cross Belgium. So now imagine living in France. Yeah, I mean, I should not be complaining, but the thing is that, yeah, I live like in a central place, and in order to like go to a place that is like a bit south, I still have to travel for at least 2 hours. So it's pretty crazy. So and also the Belgian roads. I mean, I know we Dutchies are making fun of it, but they're actually really bad. There are literally holes in the roads. There are holes. We were in the car and we were literally like we were literally jumping in this the holes. That was so weird. Like I know we're like joking, and it's like I always thought it was like exaggerate everything, but those roads are something else, man. It really felt like Georgia again. The road, it feels like it's going to tear the car down or something. It's like so bad for the wheels. We're gonna crash any moment because the wheels just can't handle the roads anymore. It's really crazy. Good thing for us, we might have to travel 30 minutes away wherever it is in the country. That's nice. That's nice. Do you wear protective clothing while traveling through there? No. And I should have, because I got another acne outbreak on my skin. You don't see it because thank God the lighting covers something. But here I have like a whole row of pimples now, and I hate it. So yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Did you see any random tires on the road? Yes, there was one tire. There actually was one. That was crazy, yes. So yeah, that was yeah. There's always one when you go to Belgium. I mean, I always go to Antwerp, but on that road, nothing is really too crazy. I think when you go elsewhere, things get crazy. Yeah, clearly, Streffens, yeah. Anyway, imagine traveling for so long to your tournament, to like your game, the one game you're playing there, and then you lose. That's like so depressing. Like I traveled so far, and I also you get really tired from all the traveling, and then you also lose. Is the worst feeling ever. So I was ready to not lose, or not ready to lose. Both. Oh yes. So, yesterday we arrived early, and I was like waiting for my opponent. And since we were live, so the way that the Dutch league works, I explained this a couple of times, but I'll just explain it again. The way that it works is that you come up with your team, like you have like a lineup, you give that piece of paper with your lineup to the arbiter, and then the pairing is made, So beforehand, you don't know about your opponent. It may be someone else. It may be someone that's not part of the team yet. I don't know. And so the live boards did not have the names in there yet. And of course, I shared the link where you can watch the games, but like none of the names were known yet. So my community in Discord, it was like looking for my game, and I was thinking at the board like, oh no, they may not know that my opponent's not here, because my opponent was late for quite some time. The game started and I thought like, okay, my opponent is surely like around, walking around, because I'm the guest in this place. Usually the guests are those that arrive late. So I was like, he's surely like around. And I was like, okay, it's been 1 minute now. I'm looking around. Nothing is happening other than games are being played. I press the clock and I start. So then I'm waiting. And I'm like walking around, like usually when someone is late, the arbiter or like the captain or someone tells you like, oh, this person is X amount of minutes late. Please be patient. And I'm like, okay, sure. Once this happened to me as well, where my opponent was super late, and my captain was like, let's split the time. And I was like, sure. The first time, and I don't know if it will be the only time that I will do that, but yeah, I was asked to like split the time that he arrived late because it was like bad weather and everything. And I was like, sure. I won that game, so I got good karma. But okay. Nobody was telling me that this person was X amount of minutes going to be late. So I was there very clueless and just waiting. And then at some point I was like, okay, it's taking like very long. So I went to the arbiter and was like, does anyone have any idea when my opponent's showing up? And then the second I say that, the arbiter goes like, I don't know, but I think someone just showed up at the door and seems like that could be him. And I'm like, oh. So then my opponent showed up. I think it was like 20 minutes late. Which means to split the time. So basically, you don't really want to, like, okay, whenever someone is too late because of certain like reasons that you can't do much about, sometimes they don't want to like start the clock. They just wait and then start the clock. But then what happens is that the game will last for longer than the other games maybe. And then, you sit there until 7-8 p.m. because of that. So what my captain suggests is that, okay, so let's say he's 50 minutes too late. So we both get 25 minutes deducted from the clock and start, let's say, we start with 1 hour and 30 minutes, but now instead we start with 1 hour and 5 minutes. Not your fault it's late. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the thing is that it's not really fun also psychologically to be in a position where your opponent has less time, because you guys know me. I spend almost all my time. And also in this game, my opponent was 20 minutes down from the start. I caught up, or he caught up, whatever you want to call it. We had the same time, and that is very detrimental psychologically, because it means that you're the one that is spending more time than your opponent, and it's like frustrating. Like, I should be doing much better. It's like you're 1-0 ahead already because of the clock situation, and now that advantage is pretty much gone. So it's like very detrimental psychologically when that happens, and it can affect the game a lot. So that's why I was like, okay, fine, let's just split the time. But this time nobody asked, so he was just down 20 minutes. But the second we had the same time on the clock, I was very sad. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, the one advantage I had is gone. And yeah, my opponent's playing super fast too, so it was a bit frustrating. Anyway, I was playing the black pieces though. I guess I don't want to like flip the board around. I'll just change the pieces. Because yeah, I was playing the black pieces, and we were, during the 2-hour car ride, we were looking at options like what to play, what to do, and yeah, some of the players in our team are preparing. I personally don't prepare. I just check my own lines, like, you know, making sure that I'm not making up weird moves during the game, and that I sort of know like what setup to go for. Especially when I play the black pieces, it's like either e4, d4, maybe c4, and that's it, right? And then you want to know what you're doing against those moves on the first move. This board is not digital. No, it has no connections whatsoever. It's just a plain wooden board. So yeah. Anyway, the game started. My opponent plays d4. Conveniently enough, we were talking about this very move for a long time in the car ride. I am following this course. Remember the hybrid Grinfridslav? And I was looking at the lines, and we were like going through lines because a lot of people are like, this looks bad, right? Like, and we were analyzing things, and it was like, it's actually pretty interesting. Like, you make one bad move with white, and all of a sudden it's a big advantage for black. So it's it can be pretty fun. Anyway, I played d5. My opponent plays c4, c6, knight f3, knight f6, e3 here. I was mostly checking bishop f4, bishop g5, because then you have to take on c4. But after e3, you of course don't. So that otherwise the bishop can take on c4 easily. So yeah, you also check this briefly, but not so much, because I thought, I know this, I'm fine. Hey, Paul Chessplayer, hey, the Chosen, hello. Sometimes it's not opponent's fault he's late either. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to my opponent yesterday, but it is what it is. So I play g6, and here I want to try to remember the game without looking at my notation sheet, but I think he played knight c3. Let me check. Yeah, knight c3, bishop g7, and here bishop e2, castles, and here the move b6. This is what I remember from the file, and here I was thinking like, okay, I know what to do against some of the moves here, but b3 is not the move that I remember, which is what he played. Like, I remember this move, but I don't remember what I'm supposed to do against it. So I checked the file back. Apparently I'm supposed to play knight e4. But here during the game, I spent quite some time. So yeah, I basically like played those moves really quickly. But on this move, I wrote down my time actually, like how much time I had left, and I played my next move. So here I was thinking like I want to like break the center open with c5. Knight e4 was also one of my considerations, but I didn't really like it because I didn't want to trade things, and yeah, I didn't really know what the ideas were in that situation where I like trade the knight off, and I didn't really know how to proceed here, so I have to like check what I'm supposed to be doing here. But here. So yeah, I really wanted to play aggressive. I was like, please. So I calculated c5 for the longest time, and I just couldn't get myself to do it. It's a lot of tactical opportunities arise. You don't really want to do something like this because then knight takes, queen takes, and you know, bishop c4, d5 incoming at some point. I don't have really like good development here. I'm behind in development, so I can't really afford to make such pawn breaks, right? So it was really difficult for me to decide what to do. I remember some lines with c5 very quickly, but I couldn't remember exactly what. And I really liked playing this. Like, I calculated all of the lines, but then I was like, don't do it. I don't know what the evaluation is, but I think it's bad because it was not the top move. But I think this is bad. So bishop b7 is what I played. In the end, it's like a very logical move. And then it's like, why did you spend so much time on this? I think I spent like close to 20 minutes. Not exactly 20 minutes, but close to 20 minutes on this. Just because I don't really know, yeah, when I should play c5, or if I even should play c5 in the structure. I don't remember. There is some line where you have to play c5 quickly, but I couldn't remember. Hey Abnajin, hello. Hey Chesskivizzer, hello. Yes, I'm analyzing my game from yesterday, yes. Oh, actually had some really good insights. That's awesome. It was really awesome that I saw afterwards that some people were commentating on my game. I didn't know about Agjad, but I heard that James Soul was commenting. That's so cool. Hey, Mention Dave. Hey, Larbot. Hello. Welcome. Okay, so bishop b7 is what I played. After all. And my opponent instantly responded with bishop a3, which was not a move I'd even considered. I didn't think this was anything special. I just think the bishop goes here and we continue. But this is actually super annoying because I want to play e6, but then I lose the rook, right? So now my queen is attached to the pawn. I have to waste a move with rook e8 in order to free the pawn. And yeah, not really fun. I play knight e4 now. And now my opponent plays rook c1, so take. And here I was like, all right, now it's the time to play c5. Because the pawn is pinned, so d takes c5 is not an issue. If c takes d5, I'm okay with that. I'll take on d4 and I'll be able to take on d5, and it's a balanced position, nothing too crazy. So rook takes c3, and then what? I think I took. Yeah, wait. c5. Oh, rook c2 first. My opponent's stepping out of that pin, so now d takes c5 is actually a threat. I don't really want to develop my knights just yet. If I play knight d7 here, I think I'm actually losing a pawn already. I mean, I don't like my pawn on d5. Actually, take. If knight takes rook d2, I think you're losing that piece. e6 takes e4 or e4 right away, something like that. This is bad. So I can't really play knight d7. I can't really develop that knight. So yeah, it's a bit difficult to move this knight. It's not very pleasant. So I took here. Knight takes d4. Of course, if he takes with the pawn, it will become a weakness. So you don't really want that. You're not really interested in that. And I decided to take here after a long thought. I don't want to take because I'm behind in development. I need to develop my pieces. But if I don't take, I may run into some issues, especially now that the knight is on d4. Bishop f3 is incoming. So it's a bit difficult to do this. I have to take. At least that's what I thought. So my opponent spent quite a lot of time on bishop takes c4. I don't really understand why. So I wrote down the time. He spent 17 minutes on this, and I was like, why? You know, when your opponent thinks for so long, it starts to make you wonder, okay, what is he thinking about? Like, maybe he's scared of something, but I couldn't figure out what you could possibly be scared of here with white. I didn't really know. I don't know. Was there some tactic? I did consider bishop takes d4 for the longest time because I felt like, let's say e takes d4, that pawn is a weakness, and I don't really need that bishop anyway, and I need to develop my knight. But I was thinking, like, you can't do that. There's no way you're going to lose that bishop for that knight. There's no way. So I tried to like force myself to stop thinking about that move, but it was really on my mind. It was a classical game, yeah. Classical game OTB. So, yeah. Then I played the move a6 because I want to play b5, queen b6 at some point, rook e8, queen b6. So that's why I thought, okay, I'm like trying to prepare a plan. My opponent moves the bishop away. And yeah, now I'm still stuck with the same issues, what to do. What did I play here again? What did I play here? I can't move the queen to d5 because bishop f3, or even the pawn is hanging there. Also have to keep an eye on the rook entering the 7th rank. So quite unpleasant overall. Did I play rook a8 here? Bishop e2. Oh no, I played bishop e4. I'm attacking the rook. Just because I want it gone. Either it stays on a c file and looks a bit awkward there, and I can continue with some other plan. And let's say I can like move the knight at some point, something like this. Or he plays rook d2, which he did, and then I play queen c7. So like my queen is sort of out of there. So queen c7, bishop f3, and here I played queen b7. I was like, yes, I'm going to like centralize my pieces, and I'll be very happy, and I'm like doing much better than I did a few moves ago. But then he hit me with queen f3. I was like, no, not an end game. Like, my first thought was that I was happy about the end game, but then when I took knight takes f3, I realized that my pawn on e7 is really, really bad. I was planning to play knight c6, but the problem here is that after rook c1, let's say, my knight can't move. I mean, it can, but then I lose e7, so I have to defend. And then rook c2, and I lose the knight. Or I play knight a7, and I lose the pawn, and I'm just going to lose the game. So I was like, what? What? I can't develop my knight because of that? Just because my pawn is unprotected here and my pieces are awkward? Yeah. So, yeah. That was a bit upsetting. That pawn, yeah, is and I also don't want to play bishop f6 because then e4, e5, and my bishop is just horrible. I'm going to lose the pawn anyway. Or actually, I can't play e5 either. Even if I play e5 without losing the rook, this bishop is really bad. Ugh. You don't want to play e5 there. So yeah, no. This was here, right? Yeah, this was here. So then I decided to play rook a7. Was this the moment that you meant, Matthew? Or did I have to play it earlier? I played rook a7 and yeah, I thought I have to like try something here, like with the rook somewhere. Some coordination needs to happen here. So rook a7, defending the pawn. Earlier it was better. I guess instead of bishop e4, but that's really difficult to play. I guess instead of bishop e4, then it would make sense. Because instead of, like, I played a6 and then bishop e4, had to move my queen basically. Or maybe at that point it was also no, I don't think that was possible. Yeah, I guess I had to play instead of bishop e4. I don't know. Difficult to say because there were a lot of trades happen. Anyway, I played rook a7 after all. And then I was hit by with the rook c1. And every single move that my opponent plays, I'm like, what? Really? Really? So every single time I was getting more and more surprised. That some of my ideas are not working. I don't know what I was thinking here. Let me see. What was I thinking about? I just can't really do anything, so I have to like play something like b5. I need to like play a5, b4. I guess I wanted to play a5. What's the difference? I don't know. I guess I didn't like a5 because it's just very slow or something. I wanted to play b5. I don't know. I guess I was also trying to bait my opponent to playing this so that I can free my pieces a little bit. I don't really know. It was a bit difficult. I guess, wait. I think I was expecting my opponent... Yeah, actually, I did expect my opponent to like stack the rooks and on a5, and then if they put the rook on c8 or something, I have b4, and my opponent is still doing fine there. It's just that I need to... Sorry, this funny line. So, rook c8, b4... takes. If king takes, checkmate. My king can't move, so I have to take with the bishop, and then bishop retreats to b2, and white is fine. Probably more than fine. So yeah, I was seeing this, but yeah, you have to hope for the best. My opponent played bishop c5 instead, so I was like, okay, sure. Rook b7, bishop d4. Yeah, what to do? Knight a6. I finally got the knight out. I got the knight out, but it's like at the most awkward spot, especially after a3, which my opponent played, and now my knight is just permanently stuck here. I can't play knight c7, knight c5 neither, and neither b4. So I have to go back. So yeah, this was like quite a disaster. Rook a7 instead of bishop e4. My bishop was still on b7, so it's like... It's sort of like preparing, I guess, like playing knight d7, yeah. Yeah. So knight a6 is what I played, a3 on the board as well, and I'm here like, I'm just stuck. I'm trying to look for tricks that I lose a pawn somewhere in return for a lot of counterplay. So that was like my idea, because I knew that I cannot do anything here. I'm just worse. My knight is just... Knight on the rim is dim, you know? James Lord had engine up, he turned it on like 3 times. Aww. Aww. That was pretty bad. When I saw the e-file, I was like, yep, that sounds about right. I ended up taking that bishop off the board because I thought my bishop is useless anyway. I don't think I'm going to achieve much. And I'm like semi-scared of moves such as knight e5. Shutting down my bishop, the knight gets into the play. And I don't know, taking there, I mean, I'm just going to be taken down slowly. It's going to be like a slow death, you know? So I don't want to suffer like that. I trade the bishops off, and we're just in this rook and knight endgame. Yeah, I did consider f6 actually. I did consider it, but I thought the position of my knight is so bad that I have to think of concrete moves. And yeah, I saw some lines here. I'll show you. I did consider f6. I did consider it, but I didn't really like I didn't like that it wasn't like concrete enough. It was not helping my knight, you know? No, the thing is why f6 is a good idea is because you're dominating that knight, so the knight can't move forward. You're preventing knight e5. It's like typical when there's like a knight over here, the way to like stop it from entering those squares is to play f6, and then you play e5, the bishop has to move, and it's not a bad thing to like create space like this. It's not a bad thing at all. The problem is that my knight is so bad here that I didn't really want to allow any of the rook c6 things from happening, because then I have to retreat, and then a piece will enter the 7th rank, and then I'm just toast anyway. So that's why I didn't allow any of this, and I just thought that I need to play concrete chess and not allow anything too crazy. B4 is what I played, with the reasoning that my opponent is going to take one of those pawns. Guaranteed. So I'm playing b4 to provoke a4, and if my opponent takes this pawn at some point, hopefully I get to attack that pawn behind on b3. And by playing b4, I'm not allowing my opponent to play b4 at some point when they're able to, you know, when they attack my knight has to leave, then they get to play b4, and I just saw better chances with this structure for some reason. Maybe my knight goes to c5 in some miraculous way, I don't know. Like, I just saw better chances here practically to try to equalize. b4 a4, and here rook d8, and of course knight c6. I expected this. Rook d5. The funny thing is that I didn't see rook d5 until like here. I was like knight c6. I'm like, oh, there's rook d5. I didn't notice. Of course I see that there's e4, and I can't protect that pawn ever again. It's like, if I stay in the 5th rank, I'll lose my rook eventually. So I knew I had to give up on that pawn. But what I liked about provoking e4 is that this pawn is undefended now. On e3, it's defended. On e4, I can at some point attack it and maybe win it back. So, yeah, this is why I provoked e4, and I play rook d3 now. And of course, knight takes a5. This is what I expected. And here I was very happy to play rook c7. With the idea that after... So, of course, I also considered rook d7 with the idea to threaten checkmate. But then my opponent just plays, let's say, like h3, I don't know, anything. King f1, g3, whatever you like. Then the knight will jump to c6, e5, and I'm struggling here. I didn't like the position of my rook here. So I play rook c7 instead, because I would love to trade a pair of rooks. I'd love to trade a pair of rooks, and I would do a lot to make that happen, because those two rooks are terrifying. So I succeeded trading one pair of rooks. That was already a big achievement for me. The knight is not hanging here because of back rank once again. So, hey Cookie Nov Nov. Yeah, it is a nice move. I was really proud of it as well. I was really proud of the moves I was finding here. I mean, I have to do something. I have to come up with some ideas here and hope for the best. So knight takes c7. What did my move? I think my opponent played g3. Yeah, g3. I wasn't really sure about g3 personally. I thought that you just have to bring the king closer. I was really thinking of king f1. The thing is, I did consider king f1 here as well, but what I didn't like for my opponent at least is that now I have the rook d1, and the threat is that I take on c1. King e2, rook takes c1, I win the rook. So they have to take, and then I have a rook on the 2nd rank. This may still be lost, but at least I thought my rook is on the 2nd rank, knight is jumping in maybe at some point, and I see some practical chances here. Maybe knight goes around to f4, maybe, I don't know. So, yeah, this is what I saw, but thought that, yeah, perhaps that's not a good idea to allow all of this. But here, after trading one pair of rooks, now king f1 is very strong, because knight under attack, next move king e2. I was hoping to play knight e6, and after king e2, knight f4 check, king has to go back, and maybe some checkmate ideas in the air. But it's clear that at some point my b4 pawn is going to drop, and my opponent will have 2 passed pawns, and going to be very difficult to hold this with black. So yeah, I really thought king f1. I really liked that a lot for my opponent, but he didn't play it. He played g3 instead. And by playing g3, he allowed me to, like, the squares around the king are weak, the light squares. So I want to control those. There's so many checkmate patterns with knight f3, rook h2. So many. So once you get a knight on f3, h3, or maybe even g4, it's very tricky for the opponent. Very tricky. So I was like, I see some entry squares for my knight. Let's try to make use of that. And I played, what did I play? Oh, my rook is on d3. I'm so sorry. The rook is on d3. Here I played rook c3. And the funny thing is that one move is still winning after this, and one move isn't winning anymore. And of course, he played the move that is not winning. So I had the idea that after rook takes c3, b takes c3, that the pawn is promoting. King cannot catch up out of the square, right? So I'll be promoting. I saw b4, knight a6, let's say b5, c2, knight b3. Okay, the knight is catching up, and after knight b4, let's say knight c1, and the knight is on time. But what if instead of moving c2, I play knight b4 first, knight b3, and yeah, somehow did I take a move by any chance? I don't remember what the position was. Take, b4. Oh, let's say I take here, knight b3. Yeah, let's take knight b3. I think that's how it is. And then let's say knight a2. I'm able to promote. Because, yeah, the knight cannot stop it. Well, you can play knight d4, but then knight b4 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I was really certain that I could promote that pawn, or either it's going to be like a draw easily in this position. But for some reason, it's not. It's not winning at all. I think it has to do with the fact that I just play a5. c2, take, a6, and you just can't stop my pawn anymore. I think that's the issue. Yeah. I have to be honest, I did miss like knight d4 to like stop the pawn from going to c2. That may be part of the issue, because I think like if here, let's say, I don't know, I don't remember where the pawn was. Let's say here, here, that's still too late. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't remember. I have no idea. But yeah, in any case, that was apparently winning. For my opponent, I really thought that I was fine. But yeah, let me check where the pieces were. Here. So my opponent told me afterwards that he missed rook c3 completely. And I was like, yeah, I was like proud of that move. So I'm proud of that move, and he moved the rook to d1. And turns out this was the drawing move. Rook takes c3 was the only move that was winning. It was only +1, because I guess you just take it easy and move the king towards the pawn, etc. But of course, black is like way too late, and it should be winning for white. But yeah, rook d1 is not winning. So this was move rook d1. Yeah, this was move 33. The both of us were like down to a few minutes on the clock. Not like massive time scramble, but we were down to a few minutes, and I think my opponent spent like a couple of minutes on this, and then he decided to play rook d1. And yeah, I was like, all right, the rooks are still on the board. I want to involve my knight, but how? So I'm like desperately trying to make something happen, because obviously rook d7 is happening, and I'm not scared of it. I just want to get my knight to f3, rook on c1, and checkmate on g1 or something. But I don't know how. I don't have like all the moves in the world, right, to do this. I'm like thinking of moves like g5, g4, and get the knight to g5 and then f3 or something. But you play g5, h3 or something will happen. It doesn't really feel right. Oh, you were there too yesterday in Sauce. Oh, in which team did you play? I hope the travel wasn't too long. I drew yesterday. I drew. Oh, Oh, this was the moment that, so he had like 7 to 8 minutes or something, and then he went all the way to 1.5 minutes. Yeah. So yeah, this is the moment that he spent quite some time on it. So okay, interesting. So yeah, I played knight e6, also stopping rook d8 check. But okay, rook d7, h5. I could not choose between g5 and h5. I could not choose between the two moves. I don't know. I also thought of king f8, but I thought, no, I can't do that. Like rook b7 and I lose the pawn on b4, and then it's even worse. So I don't know. I couldn't get myself to play g5 because like this is the worst pawn structure ever. Like ugh, it doesn't look great. Like you want to play h5 to like have such a nice pawn chain, you know? And maybe like h4, h5, you get to play. It could also be interesting. I did regret it like instantly when I played h5, but I was like, I have to do something, and I don't want to be like too crazy, you know? Are you playing a second team? Okay. I have no idea how you guys did, but I hope your game went well. So yeah, anyway, h5 is what I played, and he played instantly h4. And I was like, oh, my attack is gone forever. I don't get to play knight g5. If I play g5, I'm going to lose for sure. I'm not going to get my knight in there. And I remember having like very little time over here. And I was like, do I really have to play knight c5? Do I really have to trade down? Do I really have to do this? I don't want to. I want to try to win. I want to get some nice counterplay. I want to swindle my opponent. But no, I have to play knight c5. I had a few seconds left, I think, and I played knight c5. And then I was essentially forced to trade down. And like at the board, I was like, there is only one person that can lose this game, and that's me. I'd still know that 4v3 it's supposed to be a draw, but I was like, I don't want to go through this. I don't want to. It's like, imagine you're sitting there at the board and you're like, I can only lose here. And I have to fight for the draw. It's like such a depressing thought, you know? So then I was like, we reached move 40 really quickly. After this, rook b7, rook b1 check, king g2, b3, king f3, b2. And then move 40 happened, king f4, king g7, and I think like after king e5, I started spending some time. And I was like, Anna, get it together. Fight for the draw. The last time you gave up mentally is when you lost a rook endgame that was 100% drawn. Don't do this again. You're playing a strong player. Get it together and go for the draw. And exactly. Do not disappoint the community. You have been working on this book for the past week or more, and there's a reason you did that, and we're going to show that today. So I was trying to pep talk myself out of this depressing situation, and I thought, I'm really tired, I'm really hungry too, but I have a game to play still, and after the game we'll have food again. So it was really nice that I got 30 minutes here so I can like get it together, just get some, you know, like go to the bathroom and like kind of relax a little bit, get out of the game for a second. And I thought, all right, let's show what we learned. And yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm going to do my best to not fall for tricks. I have plenty of time to figure things out. So yeah, f3, rook a3, king f4. But one thing I have to say, my opponent did not try his best to make it difficult for me, because okay, first things first, I don't remember what the way is to make it difficult for your opponent here with white, but the one thing you have to try is to create a pass pawn. You're up one pawn, create a pass pawn. That's the one thing you need to try. But I don't remember the technique to try to win this with white. How to make it very difficult for your opponent, because you can get into positions where it's very difficult for the opponent to defend, and you have to be very precise in those positions. I don't remember them, but I was still like, okay, like I learned the Vancouver defense, I learned Philidor now very well. I know that I have to put the rook on the 6th or 3rd rank and win like, we'll draw like that. So I was like, okay, I got this. I remember something from the book, okay? I studied this literally like 1 or 2 days ago. So yeah, I was like, whatever happens, we'll just see what happens. But I was trying to not make it easy for my opponent to, you know, crush through. And after g4 takes, my opponent went king takes, and I was like, I was a little bit surprised by that, because I thought, then the h pawn is weak, and it's becoming harder and harder to create a pass pawn here with those pawns. But at the same time, I guess f takes g4, and actually you're losing that pawn on h4, right? If you play, yeah, rook h3, king g, oh yeah. Yeah, maybe g4 was a bit premature, maybe. But yeah, I expected this, but at the same time, even if you get h5, you get a pass pawn there, that h pawn is not going to survive for long. But maybe this is one way to complicate things, because like you try to give up the h pawn and go for the f7 pawn, and then maybe the e pawn might be, you know, winning the game. I don't know. But yeah, apparently just rook h3 and you lose that pawn anyway. So yeah, there's no point. There's really no point. Maybe you can try something like rook h3, rook b7, take e5. And if, let's say, king f8, because you're scared of e6, king g5, king f6. Woo! You're gonna play really precise here. I guess you just move the rook behind, and then rook f1, and you just consolidate. Rook e1 as well. So yeah, anyway, this is all good. Let me just go back to the position, because he played king takes g4. I don't remember where the rook is, but I think it is on b2. I think so. Yeah. So he took with the king. No, wait. Huh? Rook b2, rook c4, f3, rook, king f4, rook c3, rook h2, rook a3. Wait, did I miss a move? Oh my god, I think I missed a move. Rook c3, rook h2. Okay, so there was no rook h3 because he played rook h2. Okay, now it makes sense that I was considering, you know, I was thinking f takes g4 is going to happen. By the way, rook is on a3 now. So yeah, I thought this was going to happen, and somehow you push the h pawn, get the king closer to the f7 pawn, and maybe something happens. I don't know. I have to study what the way is to make it difficult for your opponent, but maybe that's in a Dvorsky's book. I don't know. You drew an FM? Nice! Good job! Good job! That's awesome. So, hey Ghost Strategy, hello. There's not much to think about the position other than just play, like, you just play like left and right. You just wait for the opponent to make progress, which is like also in a way depressing, because you have to wait to see what your opponent does, and there's not much like reacting to your opponent's move. Not so much, and yeah, at the same time, you have to be careful that you don't make a really stupid mistake. I'll show you what could have been a stupid mistake. Actually, the pawn is on e4. But yeah, so king takes g4 was played, rook a4. I tried to not allow e5 nor f4 to happen. King g5, rook a3, rook h3, defending the pawn, rook b3, king g4, rook b4, king g3, rook b5. King f4, rook a5. I'm just moving around. King g3, rook b5. Wait, we repeat moves here. King f4, rook a5. Rook. I think I messed it up something here, but rook g3, rook h5. Rook g4. Also, my king is here, sorry. King's on g7. King f6. Yeah, here this is actually interesting, I think. f5 is really appealing to play here, because takes, rook takes, and oh, two pawns that are disconnected, one pawn in the middle of it of mine, and there's no way that my opponent can like make a passed pawn here. And if they get a passed pawn, then I'm like right in front of it, so that's just an easy draw. So it may be like, you know, it may be appealing to play f5, right? To simplify things and get to the draw easier. Rook g5. At least this is what I saw. Allowing rook takes h4, right? You don't want to trade because you're down a pawn. So you just take king g3. Rook is under attack. Where to go? So I was not entirely sure if there is a draw here. But if I move the rook, g takes f5, and I don't know. I genuinely don't know. Is this it's probably still a draw in some variations, like king f6 threatening this, right? So Wait, maybe you have king f4 here. King f4, rook h4, rook g4. g5? I don't know. It's like so complicated. Like, this is why. Like, this is so complicated. Why would you do this? Why would you overcomplicate this for no reason? So that's why f5, no bueno. Don't do this. Just wait for the opponent to see what they do, and then like we'll see what happens. No need to play f5 whatsoever. So rook g4, king f6 simply. E5 still not happening. King g3, rook a5. Remember this position. This is the first position that you need to remember. King h3, rook a1. I just want to give checks. I really thought my opponent was going to play rook g2 here to then play king g4 and maybe like push the pawn somehow. I don't know how, but somehow. But my opponent went back. So I'm like, okay, I go back. That's the move that I just played to go to a5. So, you know. King f2, rook a2 check. I'm like, where's this king going? King e3, rook a5, king f4. And I thought, okay, wait. If I play rook a, like, in this position, I was looking at my score sheet, and I'm like, so when the king went, or was on f4, my rook went to h5. Not from here, but like from some square, it went to h5. So I'll just go back, because this was the same position, and my opponent did not do anything different. He just went to g3. So, and I also thought, this rook is stuck on g4 defending the pawn. So, like, what can white possibly do here? And when he played king g3, I said I claimed the draw, because this is the third time this position is on the board. So yeah, I was like, oh my god, I just explained to my chat the other day how to claim a draw. Now I actually have to claim the draw. I kind of felt like anxious about it, because I was like, wait, I didn't think of having to do this. So yeah, I just stopped the clock and I told my opponent, yeah, I'm claiming the draw, you know, claiming the full repetition. And he was like, oh really? I mean, he's just like playing moves that he doesn't really care. So yeah, he was a bit surprised, but like he just accepted it. He was like probably like already like, yeah, it's like it's a draw. Of course white can try, but yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I was really proud. I felt like I outplayed my opponent in the last bit of the game. Even though I was never winning. So, like, the game ends and I'm like, I don't know, like, I don't feel any emotions. It's like, okay, I guess that happened. But, like, I think I was just, like, a little sad inside, like, that's it. You know, I draw another game. This is the 6th draw of my year in the Dutch league. I still can't win a game. The only game I won, I was completely lost, and now we're here again. So I'm like, can I like please win the game? But at the same time, I was like, at least I didn't lose. I didn't lose, and I held myself together, even though, you know, I don't know, something could happen. I could have like completely lost my mind and lost the game, and yeah, that would be like a disaster, right? So yeah, it felt a bit weird. But my opponent was 2350 rated. He's an international master. And yeah, I was aware of this actually just before the game started. So my opponent wasn't there, and our captain was like looking at the list of players that they like sent in the lineup, and and yeah, he like quickly glanced over it and like shared us like, this is your opponent, this is your opponent, this is your opponent. I was like, okay, no idea. But then he said, yeah, he's like 2350 IM or something like that, and I'm like, okay, I'm on board 6, I'm still facing an IM. Okay. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So I was really excited for the game. I felt really like confident because I've been studying all week, right? And I've been studying super hard. So I felt really confident. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not expecting any changes just yet because it's just one game. And I've only been studying actively for like 1 or 2 weeks. So yeah, it's not the same. Um. Can you show? Yeah, if yeah, I saw that match. I was like, oh, I think people got some heart attacks because yeah, then rook g5 of course, and you lose. So when I saw, I was like, oh. But yeah, no, I just claimed the draw, and when you make a draw, you put the kings in the middle of the board. So that's what happened. Classic DGT issue. Classic. So yeah. Hey Narratar, hello. So yeah, it was a good game. It was a fun game. I was really proud of the resources that I found. Like the rook a7 move, the rook c7 move, then rook c3. What else was there? Like I found some really good moves that I guess with engine they're like super bad, or they're good but not good enough because you're still lost. But it gave my opponent a lot of trouble to try to defeat me. He was struggling a lot, clearly because he spent all of his time as well. And he also made inaccurate moves because of that. It was not like a red carpet for him, like please destroy me, please walk over this red carpet and just get my king and get over with it. No, I really put up a fight, and it still feels a bit weird that I didn't get a chance to win. Like I was lost all games. I didn't get a single better position at all. But I held a draw, and my captain also said like, well, you have drawn many games this year, but if you keep drawing against 2350s, like that's not bad at all. So I was like, yeah, this is a good point. I live another day above 2200, so it's all good. So yeah, are you aiming for WGM's numbers this year? Yeah. I'm thinking, should I like make a series on YouTube like Road to WGM? You know? I'm like, I want to aim high, but of course like the first step is to get WGM, right? My performance rating in the Dutch league is 2350, which is a bit sad because one win could have made the difference. And I had like 3-4 games that I was winning for sure, and I drew. So, Road to World Champion. Yeah, no. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let me check real quick. I'll check how many title players I faced, because at least 3, but I'm curious if I faced like a CM or FM, because that also counts, I believe. Because you need to face at least 5 titled players in a tournament. Doesn't matter what title, but a title. And then the next step is to actually face 3 of them need to be IM or WGM in order to get those norms. But let me check, okay? Chat is in front of the tab. I'll check real quick. I think I've only played 3 though. So this was a title player. What about this person? Is this a title player? FIDE ID. This person is not a title player. Let's go next. How about this person and maybe this? Let's take a look. No, wait. This person is not a title player. Sag. And then this person. This person. Oh, this person is a FIDE master. Okay, that's 4 title players. Okay, that's cool. That is pretty cool. Okay, I didn't remember that. Then this person, is this a title player? Wait, I have played against 5 title players. Ah! Why did you not win your games? Chad, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Guys, my performance rating is 2350. I need 50 more points. How am I going to have 50 more points if I... Like, I'm not winning. And there's only 2 rounds left. What is the average rating I've faced so far? Does anyone like know? TPR... Wait. Chess. Tournament performance calculator. Number of rounds, 9. Okay, and oh my god, this is hard to do. This is hard to do. It would be funny if you found someone that is like this should be a title player, but they were too lazy to claim it. I did, yeah. Sometimes you're like, you're facing a 2300 or someone that is like close to 2300, and then you're like, but they're not a title player. I was thinking that happened this year again, but no, there's 2 people that I faced that are FMs. Chess on Earth, thanks to the raid part of 32 people. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for the raid. Hope the stream went well. Thank you so much. It would be funny if you found someone that is... Oh, sorry, I'm reading the same comment. You can get nerfed out of tournaments this year for sure. It's just like, I have been doing well this season. I'm just not winning my games. I'm not winning enough. Let's see. So... Okay, let's calculate actually. No, okay, I need to know all the ratings of this season, and I don't know that. I can check, I guess, my stats. Hey, Ready Crafts, hello. I just want to know if winning 2 games will be sufficient for a norm. Like, will that significantly raise my rate, like performance rating, or no? Because I have all the requirements other than that. Thanks, Chess on there. Thank you. I can quickly check. Hey, Chess Dexter. Hey, Hearthstone. Hello. So, my first opponent was counted as 2256. Oh, that's not my first opponent, but plus 2232. Plus 2382. Plus 2175. Oh, I should not have drawn that game, man. 2432 plus 2199. Wait, that's not true. Sorry, this is no. History. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. Who am I missing? I'm missing someone. I am missing someone. I think maybe there were like 2 games in one. Yeah, I missed one. 2280. So that is okay. Now yesterday I played against, I think he had 2349 ratings. 2349. So divide that by 7. Okay, so the average rating I have faced is 2300.9, so 2301. So now we have to look for the handbook to see this table and like calculate kind of like where I'm at and what I could get to. Because 2300 average opponent is not bad at all. That's a really high rating actually. Okay, like you can't have less than 50% obviously, but so let's take a look. Where is the handbook? FIDE handbook. Let's see. Vlieger. Hey Hannah on YouTube. Hello. Aren't you worried your opponent will watch your video the night before fighting you? No. Not worried at all. No. Also I was analyzing my game from yesterday, so I already played. Where are the title rules? Title regulations. Okay, where is this table? There's like a table. Oh, there we go. So, so when you're 50% the TPR does not change. It's the same as your as average rating. So we are 2,300. Let's say we are 2,300. You know, let's round it down. So the table is saying that if you P is sorry, I'm guessing that the percentages in this table are to show how much the score is in percentages out of the tournament. So let's say I currently have 6 draws, 3 plus 1, 4. 4 out of 7. That makes 4 divided by 7, 0.57. Okay, so that is how... Yeah, that's how I have 2350 performance rating, more or less. It's not really correct, but then again, it's a bit... Okay. Whatever. 4 divided by 7. So let's say I win my next 2 games. Then the percentage goes up to 0.6667. So let's round it down, 117. Okay, so if I face 2300s and I win both games, I can have a chance. The average rating of my opponent's 2300. So it is possible. It's possible, but I don't like my chances here. I don't like my chances. But at the same time, so let's say 2300 times 7. Let's say I'm facing 2 2100s. So 2100 divided by 9. Oh no, I cannot face 2100s. Oh no. That's bad. Because then the average rating is 2255. And then it will not be enough. Oh man. I need to win 1 game against a really high rated player. Oh. And 5.5 out of 9, how much is that? 80. 80 is still doable. No, it's not. No. Ugh. No, I'm not calculating normal size. There's nothing to calculate if I don't know my opponents. Something like that, Matthew. Something like that. But that means I have to face 2 strong players. And also win them. Ugh. I hate my odds. I don't like my odds. Yeah. So let's say they're 2200. So 2300 times 7 plus 4400 divided by 9. 2277 average. Okay, but it's rounded up. Okay, if I face 2 2200s and I win against them, then it's enough. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. So the chance is there, just not very high. Just not very high. It's all good. All good. Hey, Torbjorn. Hello. Yeah. It is what it is. We'll see. I don't even know if I can play the last round, actually. Because I am playing in my tournament. And the next day is my game. Yes. I need 2400, obviously. Wherever I go, Maz, follow me. Yeah, so basically, guys, I'm playing the Dutch League. I've played 7 rounds already, and I'm like, I faced the enough amount of title players already. So I have like all the check boxes marked, except the one that says enough performance rating. So I'm like super close to it, but the problem is that yeah, I'm too far away. I'm too far away. And I need to win my last 2 rounds to win. My team's name is Voorschoten. Those teams are strong. Too strong. I don't like my chance. I haven't been able to win the whole season, man. How can I win my last 2 games? How? Round 8. We're playing against Kaisa. Kaisa is third. Permanent is fourth. So we're playing team number 3 and 4. They're like ahead of us right now. That is actually crazy. So who do they have in the team? Oh no, there's like a lot of 2100s here. Oh no. Oh no. There's a lot of 2100s. Oh. Oh. I can't face you guys. I can't. I can't face you. I cannot face you. The team we're playing in the last round is one player's 2490. But I cannot afford a loss against him. Oh my god. Alright, I guess we'll have to see. I do know, I think in leagues, they tend to like arrange sometimes that someone plays a certain person in the team. Like they agree to this beforehand so that someone can try to get a norm. It's not like agreeing to get a norm, it's like setting the game up, setting the match up in such way that this person that is seeking a norm is facing this specific person so that you can have a chance to win the norm. I think that is a thing. I don't know if it's still the case, but yeah. Wait, so calculation again. Because because after the 8th round, you can see like, okay, you need this amount of rating to win. If you win, you need this amount of rating as your opponent. If you draw, then you need this rating. So exactly, Matthew. I have been looking into it and it's not looking good. Hey, Rhino, hello. Okay, so 2300 times no 7. Also 2490 is like so close to GM. It's crazy. I think he's also trying to get a norm, right? Okay, I guess he hasn't faced GMs, right? Yeah, he hasn't faced GM, so he can't get a GM norm. Okay. Okay. And then divided by 9. If I play 2200 and then the 2490, my average rating is going to be 2310. And that is still not enough. Oh my god, it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. Absolutely insane. All right, chat. A lot of headache for that. This is why I hate norms. I hate norms. It's one or the other. Like something always goes wrong. It is what it is. It is what it is. So yeah. No problems to sacrifice Dutch League game if Spain tournament works. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, GM Solver, hello. GM Solver, if I win my next 2 games, I could maybe get a norm, but it's not looking good. It's rough. But yeah, I faced enough titled players. I have all the things that I need, except the rating, the performance rating. Depressing, but it's okay. It is absolutely okay. It's not okay, but it's absolutely okay. Do not think. I know. I was just calculating what are like if there's like any chances still left, and there is. So that like made me feel a bit happy. You know, like there's some chance, but it's very small. Just think about the payout for my simple study scenes. You're very funny. All right, chat. Enough about the game. About the league. I analyzed my game in the league, GM Solver. It was quite something. I hope you enjoyed commentating on the game. Thank you so much for doing that. Also, that's so nice. But yeah, it was quite a disaster in the opening. I don't know what happened. I misplayed the line a little bit. And then after that, I was just trying to hold. And the endgame skills came somewhat in handy, I guess. Somewhat. Not entirely, but somewhat. I mean, if I go for IM directly, I don't even need WGM, you know? It's like, if you get IM norms, that also counts for WGM, so, yeah. Yeah, a little sounds as a good summary. A little. Thank you, James Lord, thanks. Yeah, I did feel much, like, more comfortable at the game, you know? It was really nice. It was really nice. But yeah, anyway, so, what to do? I want to continue the attacking manual. You know, yesterday I was really in the mood to attack, but I didn't get the chance to, so that was a bit sad. Let's continue with the attacking manual. I'll finish this, and then I guess I'll slowly go through the material, and then like compare my answers if I was in the right direction or absolutely not. That would be so interesting. So, I guess, yeah, I'm like super like motivated to continue studying. So, yay! Let me take a look real quick, chat. Let me take a look real quick. Okay. Sorry. I have to check something. Okay. All right. I was actually feeling quite hungry, but I'll have dinner very soon, hopefully. So, yeah, it's so nice when you just look at the game without engine. Yeah, it's really refreshing. Really refreshing. So, oh, the board a little. Yeah, this is better. Okay, I'm actually super happy you can like follow along, you know, because it's like an interesting angle. It's different. We're all used to 2D boards online, especially. So yeah, you just started Dvorsky's endgame manual. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. Hope it's not too difficult. It's very difficult, but I hope it's not too difficult. I want to get into that at some point too. I really miss a lot of nuances, you know. I got 2 books of Dvorsky here. I don't know if I have the endgame one too, but I don't know. Yeah. Haha, thanks, Matthew. It's great. It's great. All right, let's get started. Set timer 46. Oh, start 4600. Yeah, it's really crazy surface. I like back in the day I had no awareness like what is difficult or what is too easy or not difficult at all. I don't know, like I couldn't really figure it out. But now I'm very aware of things. When I see it's difficult, when I see it, I understand if it's difficult or easy. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to set this, but let me put this away. So, I'm going to continue with this book, guys. Focus time starting now. And I'll also start the music. By the way, this playlist of lo-fi, I know all the songs from the top of my head and I don't like it. But okay. It's fine. It's all right. Okay, let's continue, guys. See you in 45 minutes. Alright, 45 minutes have passed, chat. That was really fun. That was really interesting. I enjoyed going through this book. It was like not so fast, but I'm like halfway through the chapter, I think. When is the chapter actually ending? We're like halfway through. I did like 2.5 games basically. It was super interesting. Basically, some of those games had like what I tried to solve at the beginning, right? It was like, take a look at those positions and find some continuation. So I had the first one sort of correct, and the second one I made the mistake in the game, which was sacrificing the rook, which ended up winning for white anyway. But apparently, like, taking immediately the rook sacrifice at the start was just not good. But the opponent misplayed it and allowed white to regain the advantage and win anyway. But yeah, that was very instructive. It was very interesting, and yeah, it was very, very nice. It was very nice. I have, I think, one more on, yeah, I have one more on this page to go. But yeah, that was a good session. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. So I'm not sure if we're playing Premiere today, guys, but I am going for a quick dinner. And I guess I'll see if I'm needed for Premiere. I don't know. But let me see what I missed. Thank you so much to Paco Mark Chess for the raid with party of 2 people. Thanks so much. Thank you. Hope the stream was well. Hope the stream went well. Oh, only was online. Oh, that's nice. Do you have 5 then or no? I guess we'll see. I'm going AFK because I'm actually quite hungry, and it's perfect time to have dinner. So I'll be right back. I will see you guys in a sec. I think we have like some really nice soup. I'm always hungry. Yeah, I'm always hungry. That's a good observation. Very good. Very good. Alright, you too, Matthew. Enjoy, enjoy. I'll be right back, guys. Hope to catch you in a bit. But yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. And I hope to like keep this position. I do really like in this book, by the way, that there's like so many diagrams, like between those diagrams there's like 1 or 2 moves made, so I can like easily go back to where I left off. So it's really nice. Thank you, thank you. Hi player, by the way. Hello. See you in a bit, chat. Actually, in the meantime we can put up the game. Oh, it seems like the Botas sisters finished their games. I don't see them live right now, so maybe they finished their games. But we can put up their games real quick so that there's something going on the screen. Let me check. What did they do? Oh, Alex is still playing, but Andrea won? Look at that Smurf. Look at that Smurf. She beat a 1950. Hello? Hello? Look at that Smurf. I think just this. Yeah, there we go. Look at that Smurf. She was worse, but that doesn't matter if your opponent cannot beat you. Oh, she played that so well. Wait, the knight was trapped. Oof. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that patience. Whoa. So good. So good. Alexandra is slightly better. Ooh, but it's hard to win that. Dina? She knows how to handle Polish GMs. Yeah, she seems to be doing well, but this is one of those situations where it's like double-edged still. Anything can happen still. So, for example, king f2 is bad here, which is a very tempting move to make. Oh, but b4 is hanging, so of course you play knight c2 back. Right. Okay, let's keep Dina's game on the screen then. Yeah, exactly, Geosaur, exactly. So, who did Dina actually beat yesterday? I have no idea. Oh, she beat a Polish CM yesterday. So, yeah, there you go. Yeah, she has a better record against Polish players than me. That's for sure. All right, BRB, guys, see you in a bit. Let me just put OBS on this screen. All right, see you. Hello, chat. I'm back. I'm back. Not so much has changed. Oh, because they reached move 40. Of course, nothing changes. Of course. Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Hola. So I had a really good dinner. I had tolma. Tolma. I don't know what that... I don't know what the equivalent is of tolma. I don't know. I scared you. I'm sorry. Alright, so Dina is holding. But if GM pushes too much, maybe she can win. Maybe, you don't know. You don't know. Cucumber salad. Hey, that's nice. That's nice. The whole family agrees that cucumber in potato salad is better than pickles. They all agreed. So I made an improvement to the recipe. But tell me this, guys. Do you guys have enough for premier? Do you guys need me? Or no? Oh, you have no idea. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, that's tricky. My chance is back, just beats 1534. Sheesh, good job, Sean. What? Insane. Yes, Abby, every single time I just have other things on my mind. But I did realize, I do know about it. Because every single time we have to accept the invite, right? But yeah, every single time I just have like other ideas in mind. I don't know, I find it hard to stick to the arenas. They were usually on Saturday, which was even worse. Sundays are a bit difficult for me as well, I guess. I don't know. Less difficult, but still difficult. It's just hard to host them, I guess. But good job, Sean. Keep it up. Keep it up. But okay, I don't know then what's going on. Tomorrow's chess played quick, by the way, I think, and I have to like set things up for that, so I have to look into that later. But we have like a lot of time, I think, tomorrow. I hope I do. I hope I do. Let's check in into Alex's game real quick to see what's going on there. Ooh, she's slightly better just now. Just now. Okay, now she has a really good opportunity. I'm just trying to figure out why this is such a good move. I guess this is like a positional move. Oh, if she plays this, that goes in the books, chat. If she plays f4, that move will go in the books. That is such a pretty move. Yeah, every single time I write bot and it doesn't really feel nice, but the layout is super glitchy. So when I type, it doesn't show up immediately or something like that, so it's difficult. Alright, Chaos. That's alright. That's alright. Yeah. It's not a super difficult move. You know? It's like the pawns will be damaged forever. Because if you go back, you're essentially saying, all right, it's a draw. Because then you definitely can't win the game. Definitely not possible. But if you play f4, then now we're talking. Actually, okay, it's not impossible to win the game. That's not true. But it just feels a little bit more difficult. Because White has a really good setup. This Rook on the 3rd rank defends really well. And it's just hard to break through. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about the extra pawn. That was my bad. I forgot about that. have a good feeling she will find f4. How long has she been thinking for? I don't know. I can't really see. Yeah, here she had the opportunity to not allow rook a3 or to push the pawns. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to find the right moves, you know? It's tough to find the right moves. So here f4 is supposed to be played. Yeah, it makes sense to stop any sort of pawn pushes. And she does it! Chat, she does it! She played f4. Let's go! Let's go! Alright, that's it. Endgame. Endgame book. This game is ending up in an endgame book. Positional endgame. Brilliancies. Hey Askir, hey learner, hello, hello. Oh, this is so amazing. This is so amazing. Guys, take notes. Exactly. So for those who are wondering why is f4 so good, it's, you know, allowing white to take that pawn. But the issue is here that the pawns are very, very, very bad. So slowly but surely you'll be able to grab those pawns. At least the one on f4 because it's on a dark square, so you can play knight d5 to f4. But then you just have to make sure to stop any sort of f5. All right. But yeah, those pawns are super bad, and it's really easy to pick up the pawns and then promote with your own. So she played f4, g takes, knight takes f1. Oh, apparently that's a draw. Okay, that's really harsh. Never mind. I don't think it's going to end up in that game book. Apparently it was better to keep the knight. I mean, it makes sense to keep the knight because knights are better when the pawns are on one side of the board. If there's pawns on two sides of the board, then the bishop is much better. Much better. So, yeah. Yeah. So that's why this knight is significantly better. This bishop is useless. One knight to h4, this bishop can't even go to g2. So that's how silly it is. So yeah, like logically speaking, it makes sense to keep the knight. Logically speaking, that bishop cannot do anything. Nothing. I mean, think about it. What can this bishop do? Bishop d3? Why are we afraid of this? So yeah. But okay, like I bet she saw like the opportunity to grab a pawn here, and it is strange to see that white is holding on here. You would not say that. You would not say that white is going to be able to survive this because you're taking that pawn for sure. These two are very weak, and there's a passed pawn. But this reminds me of 3 versus 2 pawn games in the rook endgame, and I guess this one is still draw. I don't know. I guess. So yeah, this is crazy. But I guess once rook takes h3 happens, the king comes closer, and then it's hard to break through with black. H-pawn doesn't look so dangerous. Well, these 2 pawns are very bad. Like, I'm just talking about seeing it at first glance. Like, this is not about, like, calculating it out or something. You just look at the position, you're like, you know, white has a bad pawns, black has a perfectly fine pawn structure, and a passed pawn. Like, if you process that, how can it possibly be a draw? Right? King is cut off, this king is coming into play. Just thinking logically. I don't know, Matthew. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, no Chatty Channel. Hello, hello. Yeah, I guess f5 is a problem, yeah. But in chess, we have to know technique. That's it. That's not it. That's not it. Andrea won already, the chosen one. She won already. Okay, she plays c5. I mean, okay. Yeah, the engine says f4, yeah. Or any other move, apparently, rook a4, I don't know. It's hard. It's not easy draw. It's not easy draw. All right, I'm not here to commentate chat. Hammer is your commentator to figure this out. So I'm just here to spectate and to draw a logical conclusion for what I'm seeing and like trying to like understand the position a little bit, but not too much. So yeah. Anyway, do I have to help you guys with Premier? Do I have to join Premier? Yes. Okay. Fine. Fine. I'll just close the YouTube stream then because I don't want to stream Valorant on YouTube. So, I'll just have to cut that. Fox is on the bus. Alright, let me see. Alright, I will turn off YouTube. Thanks for watching YouTube. It was a blast. We didn't have like super long stream because I have super